Am I the asshole for telling my sister her husband was cheating on her with her best friend and now their marriage is over? My parents are furious with me. We shall see. So this is a mess. I, 32 female, found out something awful a couple months ago, and now it feels like my whole family is crumbling. My sister Emily, 34 female, has been married to John, 36 male, for 7 years. Everything seemed fine in their marriage until I noticed something off. Emily's best friend Sarah has been around since we were kids. She's like family, so none of us ever questioned how close she was with John. But I started seeing things. At first, it was small stuff, like how John and Sarah would sit together a bit too close during family gatherings, or how they had these little side conversations and inside jokes that Emily wasn't a part of. It didn't sit right with me, but I thought maybe I was overthinking things. They were close friends after all, right? But then I couldn't shake the feeling. Then the worst happened. One night I decided to grab a late drink after work and I saw them, John and Sarah, at a bar, and it wasn't them just hanging out. They were making out in a corner booth like teenagers. My heart literally dropped. I froze, didn't know what to do. So I snapped the pic on my phone and walked out of there. I was shaking. I didn't know what to do with the information. I spent weeks torturing myself over it. Should I tell my sister, blow up her life, or should I keep quiet and let her live in this blissful lie? I couldn't look at her without feeling the horrible guilt. Every time she talked about John and Sarah, it felt like I was about to explode. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. I told Emily. I showed her the photo, and at first, she just stared at me like I just destroyed her world. She couldn't believe it. She accused me of lying, of being jealous, of trying to stir drama in her life. But I just stood there letting her scream at me because I knew she needed to let it out. Eventually, she confronted John and Sarah, and guess what? They admitted it. They've been having an affair for 6 months behind her back. Emily kicked John out and is now moving forward with divorce. As for Sarah, she's out of the picture. I thought Emily would hate me, but she actually thanked me for telling her the truth. She said she wouldn't have known and felt like an idiot for missing the signs. But now my parents are pissed at me, like absolutely furious. They think I ruined their marriage and didn't give them a chance to work it out. My dad told me sometimes people can move on from affairs, but you left her no choice. Did you have skeletons in your closet, Dad? What left her no choice? She made an informed decision. You need to be looking at Dad, what he been doing the course of his life. They acted like I wrecked their lives. My mom said I should have kept it to myself and that Emily could have worked things out if I hadn't intervened. How could she work things out if she never even knew that he was cheating on her? Like, make it make sense. They're not making any type of sense. Like, they're mad at you for her best friend and her husband having this affair, but they're coming at you like you did the wrong. You did the right. Because you couldn't sleep good at night knowing that you knew what you knew about what's going on behind your sister's back. Absolutely not. Now the family is divided and it feels like I'm the bad guy for telling the truth. I can't lie. It's been really hard. Emily's been leaning on me for support, but now I'm on bad terms with my parents and it's all just a mess. I thought I was doing the right thing, but now I'm questioning if I made things worse. So am I the asshole for telling my sister about the affair? Should I have kept it quiet? Your parents... I'm going to tell you one thing. Your parents sound like they're speaking from experience. But like I said, how would Emily have known that an affair was going on behind her back if somebody didn't tell her? So they're pointing the anger at you, but it makes it seem like they're basically telling their own story. So it looks like probably daddy was cheating or mommy was cheating, and they basically worked through their relationship. But that's not what Emily wants to do. Like, oh, they could have worked through it. You ruined it for them. You didn't ruin it. You told her what it was. It's up to her to make an informed decision if she wants to stay or she wants to leave. She made a decision that I'm not staying in this marriage. Because it's one thing, maybe it would have been a different story if he cheated with some random person outside. He cheated with her best friend. Now, y'all hear me say it before. I would never go after another woman. I can't say never. I would usually never go after another woman if it was a situation where I found out my husband cheated on me. Unless she's my sister or my best friend. Because then you've been in my life almost all my life. A best friend I have is over 30 years. Which means you know just as much about me and sometimes even more than my own husband. So if y'all are together and y'all start doing that behind my back, you're going to catch these hands. I'm just saying. So no, you're not the asshole. You are able to sleep now. You should be able, when you get past this hump, you should be able to sleep with a clear conscience, knowing that your sister is not being wronged. Because you don't want your sister to be having to live this lie. It was gonna come out either way, or the other. And the way how your parents sound, not only did they have their own experience, but it kind of seems like they may have known. Because why are you mad at the person who told the wrong and not the people who were doing the wrong? But baby, you're not the asshole. Go love on your sister. Help her through this divorce.